What's up, my dudes? Hang on. Okay, that is so much better. I just got off work. So go subscribe, please. Right now, just hit that button. Go give it a thumbs up. Comment on any future videos that you want me to do or talk about or things that you want to know about the military. I'm your girl for it. So let's get started.
Tell me, why do you want to end?
This is gonna be like a mix of clips of Bahrain and Japan and Washington, just kind of like the past year, what I've seen, what I've done, and all of that. So I hope you enjoy.
In the year 2020, as the world fell apart around her, one girl in a lawn chair in the desert.
I have officially hit 2 years in the Navy. Woo! Lucky me. So I'm just gonna kind of go through a recap of what the last 2 years have brought me. I have been on 2 deployments so far. I'm about to go on a 3rd one. I have gone all over the world.
Why do you want to end? Was it real or just pretend? Tell me, why do you want to end? Was it really just a friend?
So I showed up to boot camp on my 26th birthday 2 years ago. And honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna make it through boot camp. I was so exhausted. I've never known exhaustion like this before, and honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I have kids and I have to not sleep for like the rest of my life. But I remember a little boot camp story. I was wiping down the floor. You have to clean every day, like twice a day. And there's like these little dust bunnies and they get everywhere and I have no idea where they come from. They are little, like crazy little creatures that just fly everywhere and they get all over the place. Our RDCs, which are like our drill instructors, they call them terrorists. Like, get those terrorists out of your rack. Whatever. I was trying to clean up these little dust bunnies and I remember I was like wiping down the floor and I literally fell asleep and almost smashed my face on the ground. So that happened multiple times. You would come across one of your shipmates and they would just be racked out. You have to wake them up. So if you get caught in boot camp sleeping when you're not supposed to be, oh my goodness, you are about to get beat. And when I say get beat, I mean push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, like you name it. So anyway, happy 2 years to me. I have overall had a really positive experience. My favorite accomplishments has been a couple things. Woo! Got Junior Sailor of the Year, which is pretty cool. Basically, you have to sit aboard and tell a bunch of higher ups why you deserve the title of Sailor of the Year. So that was a good experience. I don't like to boast ever, but there is something to say about putting in the work and the time and then getting rewarded for that. So the whole thing about the military are these things. They are coins, and if you're given a coin from a higher up, basically they just shake your hand and they'll give you the coin. It's kind of like a reward. It's recognition. So I got this coin last year when I got back from my first deployment, and it was basically from my CO just saying, hey, good job keeping your head down. Your first deployment, you crushed it. I got fully qualified, I did everything that I needed to do and then some. So that was great coming home and after 4 months of being in the desert and getting recognized for going above and beyond. If you have good leadership, they're gonna see you if you set yourself apart from the pack. So I am actually surrounded by a lot of go-getters. which is good, but we all have to kind of like compete against each other. So sometimes that can be a little bit challenging. After boot camp, I graduated in March, and then I went straight to Virginia Beach. I was there for like 8 months in school. A school is what it's called. One myth about the Navy is that you get to pick your duty station. You're so wrong. I did not get to pick. It was all up to, you know, fate that I ended up where I'm at in Washington State. And it was so nerve-wracking. We had 2 weeks before we were supposed to leave, and none of us had orders. So finally orders came through, and it was like, oh, you're going to Washington. I'm a West Coast girl. I'm from Arizona, so I was glad to be on the same coast again as my family. But nonetheless, I'm from Arizona, and it's really freaking cold here. So that's not my favorite. It rains all the time, and I'm definitely powered by the sun, so I've had to learn how to get past that. But overall, being stationed here has been great because I've only spent like maybe 6 or 7 months here total, and like the rest of the time that I've been here over a year now, the rest of the time has been on the road or deployed. That's been an awesome opportunity, and the fact that I didn't have to get put on a ship was a huge blessing. It is so wild to think that 2 years ago I was lost in life. I had no idea where I was going, what I was doing, really like what I wanted. And so joining the Navy gave me that purpose and drive, and now 2 years later I have ranked up to E5 now. I'm married, and just life is good. Like, it's frustrating because your fate and your future is in someone else's hands, but at the end of the day, I know who's really in control, that guy up there. So I'm not really scared about where I end up. I signed a 6-year contract. My job there was no other option but 6 years because the schooling was so long. So I have 4 more years left. Who's to say if I'm gonna stay in or not? I have no idea. But my plans for this year is I'm actually going to PCS down to San Diego, where my husband is. So we got married. I met him, and within 4 months got hitched. We eloped. That's a really cool story. Sometime I'll share it. And then put in our co-location paperwork, and hopefully like that goes through really fast. So sometime this year I'll be moving down to San Diego, which, yes, warm weather, finally, really exciting. I've learned a lot about myself and have grown just as a person being in the military. It hasn't all been rainbows. I miss my family dearly, and the fact that I don't really dictate my time and I don't have the ability to pick up and just go see my family or go home for a weekend, that is the most frustrating thing that I've experienced, and that any military member experiences. Like, we miss so many holidays and birthdays, and it's unfortunate. You just can't be there when you really want to be there for your friends and family. That's the downside to the past 2 years, but honestly the benefits outweigh any negative. And that is all I have to say about that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, subscribe, like, comment, tell me all your feelings, all the things. I will start dropping videos every single week. It's something that I committed myself to this year, and see what the heck happens. So be on the lookout for the next one. Hit the bell if you want to get notified when my next one drops. I'm on social media as well. So go follow me there, and have a great Navy day. Oh, I can't believe I just said that.